Hello, Tim.
Hello.
This is Kitaro.
Yes.
Hello.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I'm here in Colorado, which I understand you live here as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm living near Boulder. Yeah.
And you must enjoy Colorado then.
Oh, very much.
Why do you live in Colorado?
They have the nice Rocky Mountains. That I need to live a little high altitude. Yeah.
That's what you're used to from Japan?
Yeah.
Let's talk about culture and music.
Mm-hmm.
How much do different cultures affect your music? Of course, it seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, basically, I had the experience trip to Asia, Southeast Asia, and Asia, China, Russia. I watched many, and even Europe too. I had an experience to trip to many countries, and but based on my country is Japan. But I want, and then I was think about I want to combine the different cultures on the music.
Consciously?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's kind of international language. The music, yeah, international language. So I don't want to stay only Japan, and then I want to travel to all over the world, and I want to connect to each other. So that's a big reason. Yeah.
What does that connection do for people?
By music, especially. If we create a good song, nice song, and then audience can feel some kind of warm feeling, more kind of peaceful, and then one country, people feel some better feeling, and then going to the another country, and then at the same song, and then they can feel the same kind of the peaceful feeling, and this is my mission.
To communicate without words?
Yeah.
And to what? Calm people's feelings?
Basically, my final destination is kind of world peace by music. So I believe we can make a kind of peace by music, but it's not so quick. The step by step. So kind of day by day, we're traveling to the many cities and then connecting, meet the people, and then they can feel something from the performance, and then also from the record. So that's it, our hope.
So you enjoy traveling and touring?
Yes, very much. But sometimes it's a little hard,
Yes. And what is it that you experience as you go from place to place?
Each city has a different atmosphere, different feeling. But I want to watch, and I want to meet the people, and I'm talking, and then what kind of things that this city has, something something new, and I'm enjoying it very much for traveling. Kind of some city is very historical kind of stories, and some city is kind of brand new. So I want to know the kind of feeling I want to feel from the city.
Get a flavor of it?
Yeah.
And then does that end up affecting your compositions? Do those things end up becoming part of your music?
It's not quickly, but I think that for the futures, something that this feeling is coming up, because I'm just trying to writing down not the diary, but kind of a tour stories. That's kind of for the futures, for memorize. Yeah, good for me.
You keep the memories available?
Yeah, and then we taking pictures, and then write down the feeling every day.
Now, in terms of your music, there are lots of nature sounds in the music. On the album Mandala, there are birds, there's wind, there's waves,
right.
Many different sounds. What is the connection between nature and music?
I think that this nature sound is already one of the music, I believe. And then actual kind of music, my music is connecting with nature music. So I believe any sound, any kind of nature sounds working because it's kind of natural sound. Yeah.
And your music tries to approach making natural sounds?
Get more natural. Yeah, I want to try. Still, I'm learning my, the competitions.
You feel like you're discovering new things?
Yes. All the time we are trying to make a recording, and then how sound works good or not.
So you try different sounds as you're recording?
Yeah.
And you may change that as time goes, eh?
Yeah, and even concert, every day we trying to make a changing because after the concert we just listen, kind of playback how performance is good, and then we just discussing, and then we can change this place, and then that for tomorrow, for next gig. So we changing, and then if it works, and then we can try to keep going. Yeah.
So tell me about your live show. Are you touring by yourself? Do you have an orchestra? What?
It's not orchestra, but it's a small orchestra. We have 9 musicians. Yeah, include me. So 9 small band, but we'll make like 100 people orchestra sound.
What kinds of instruments are you carrying?
Basically, we have 2 keyboardists, and these keyboardists using many synthesizers, and 1 violin player, and guitarist, bassist, drummer, and percussionist, and 1 Tibetan flute player. Yeah.
And which instruments are you playing?
I'm playing the synthesizer and also electric guitar and Japanese drums and Native American flute and the blues harp. It's many things.
You keep busy.
Yeah, keep busy. I like busy.
Do you find it an easy transition going from recording to the stage?
Sometimes a little tough because record, if we're focusing on only the record, we can make, we can try to take a time for making a good sound. But like this, the show, performance is, every show is a different venue, and then the situation is different. Sometimes acoustic sound is good, but some places acoustic sound is something like horrible because the totally concrete and then reflecting too much. So we control most of the things. We control ourselves, and then we rearranging for performance.
Do you have an extensive sound check?
Yeah, every day we have maybe like a kind of whole show. Yeah, rehearse, and then it's going to the kind of stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
To make sure you've got the right sounds.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Let me ask you about soundtrack music. You did work for Oliver Stone. How does making that music differ from making your own albums?
It's little tough things because they changing the editing the film, and then the kind of I must follow. Sometimes I must follow the visual things. So that's a little tough thing. But Mr. Stone said, don't need to follow too much to the film. But in fact, I followed some places I followed by music to the film. So, and it's kind of almost we fight it kind of between the editor and me. But it's not Oliver. Between Oliver and me, it's really nice feeling, and we have a good relationship. So, but this editor, they chopped my music sometimes, and then I said, no way, don't cut my music.
But they did.
They did it, but last moment mostly part is back. Yeah, kind of fighting.
Now, with your own music is very visually oriented to me. There seem to be, I produce pictures in my head. Do you have specific pictures in your head for the music you give?
Beginning of the composition of each song, I can get some pictures in my mind. So, and then I'm just following making sounds to follow these pictures. Yeah.
Have you considered doing something like a CD-ROM project or anything?
Yeah, we are trying to. And also, I don't know, maybe for the future, I want to direct my own film. Because already I have a kind of pictures. Then I can compose the sounds myself.
Now, you've had album sales in the millions of copies. You've sold millions of albums worldwide.
Yeah.
How much of the business end are you involved in?
I had a problem with kind of a management company, kind of previous Japanese management company. So I quit because we had a big problem. It's kind of, management side. So, but for me, it's I'm not focusing too much for the money. So I need to keep going to create the own music. That is my first priority. Yeah.
Is there clear spirituality involved in music for you?
I'm trying to put my emotions to the music all the time, every song, every note.
When you do your show, are there improvisational sections, or is it all planned out?
Mostly place we have a kind of improvised section, and that's why every show is different. So I like to try to make every day is different. So if we have a same place couple days, 2 or 3 shows at the same place, maybe the same. Some audience is coming every day, so they can feel, oh, every day is different.